Bueno. I'm back. Pucho vomitó. Y ahora está esperando algo, no sabemos bien qué es. My dog is old, guys. He's almost 17, so he has some moments where he gets a little lost. Like right now he's staring at me like I owe him something. But you went out like 2 hours ago, Pucho. We're not going out. Interesting enough, I talked to him, but he can't hear, so... Ay, ve un pelo. One of my friends when I need them. Alright, vamos a poner el micrófono. A ver si me escuchan mejor. Bebito, yo necesito que vos te acuestes, mi amor. I need you to lie down, okay? There's no time to go anywhere, amore mío. Pobrecito. If you guys have an old dog, you know what it is. Alright, so we do the banana bread today because I'm a little behind. Okay, 2 eggs. Put the butter up here to soften. Let's soften off. I got the bananas, I got the salt. I'm gonna measure the baking powder and the baking soda. Bebito, acostate acá. Sorry, guys. It's hard. Acá, mi vida, acá. Go lie down. Lie down, baby. Lie down. Lie down. Okay, baking powder and baking soda. We need half a teaspoon of BS. So half a teaspoon of BS. Oh, nice. I don't have anything. I'm gonna put them all together in one thing to dirty a little less. Whenever you measure something with a spoon like this, if you have the cans with the baking soda and the baking powder, they usually have like an edge with metal so you can scrape. I don't have that, so baking soda, half a teaspoon. What I do is I use another spoon. I want to move. If you know, you know. He went to his bed. He's about to lie down. Yay! All right, so I go like this. Measure. And now I need baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon. La chiquitita. Not seen Gaby cooking in ages. What's on the menu today? I'm making banana bread. I started this a while ago. And what do you mean you haven't seen me cooking in ages? Watch my Instagram. Anyway, baking powder, baking soda, and I also need 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I'm pulling everything in one bowl. It's just not too dirty. Have all the things. Can you guys see what I'm doing? No, you don't. All right. Esto es muy casero. Esto es muy a la que te criaste. A ver, voy a bajar un poquitito para que puedan ver. So I was just explaining to someone who said kindly that they haven't seen me cooking in a minute. Well, now you see me. I was in the live and my dog started to throw up, choking, whatever. So I stopped the live. All right, so here I have salt, baking soda, baking powder. All right, move to the side. I also need 5 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna move this to the side so we have more room. I do use my table as a utility table. I have all the stuff for filming, which it travels through the house. I'm gonna move it so it's not in the picture and it looks pretty. So this is to show you what goes behind. You know, like you say, you haven't seen me cooking. It takes a minute to organize this kitchen to start doing this, especially when you don't have the right equipment, but getting there. I feel like I have a hair here. Anyway, it's my banana bread. I am the kind of person that always finds hair and stuff. What's the worst you found in food? I think hair. And when I was very young, I just remember this story. My brother reminded me of this story. When I was like about 7 or 8, we went to, in Argentina, there is an area that has all these Spaniard typical restaurants. And I think it was like a well-known restaurant, But anyway, I ordered something which it had tomato sauce. And of course, it had to be me. I found a piece of something that to this day I swear was a cockroach. Probably not, but I didn't eat tomato sauce for a minute. But I'm the kind of person that always finds something weird. A plastic inside a brownie, a hair on top of pizza. I always do. I don't know. I attract that kind of thing. All right, I got my butter. Has to soften. Come on, don't be shy. Keep chatting. I did save the other video, but I put it private. I need a towel because I keep sticking my hands. Going to my... ¿Está bien, mi amor? Chiquito precioso de la madre. ¿Quién es el niño más bonito de todos los niños? ¿Quién es el niño bonito? All right. I also, that's my secret, use a 1/4 cup of yogurt. I don't like to mix it, but for this matter I should. I like to eat the top with a spoon, but I'm going to, and I just opened it today. I'm going to mix it a little bit because I want the good part, the creamy part, and the bottom part. You know, yogurt has this top, cream on the top. So, but I'm going to mix a little bit here. I'm using my left hand. Did I ever tell you the story that my mother was born left-handed and I was in the 50s in Argentina and they tied her hand. They tied her hand to the chair and they didn't allow her to write with her left hand, but she kept writing with her left hand. In secret, she could write with both hands, but they forced her to write. Apparently, it was a very common practice in the 40s and the 50s. I mean, at least in Argentina. I mean, when I tell this story, somebody always is like, oh, yeah, they did the same. I don't know if they did that in the States. But surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, I like this part. Her art teacher didn't tie her hand, so she continued painting with her left hand. So that goes to tell you that that's why I'm using my left hand. My brother and I grew up with my mother ambidextrous, so we are right-handed, but we learned from her to do a lot of things with the left hand because that's what she did. Incredible, right? And left-handed people, for what I know, are very creative people. Similar happened to my grandma. The nuns broke her. Ah! No. Eeh. Well, no. They didn't break her hand. They just, ouch. That, no. Anyway, I got a lot of chocolate. My friends at Guitar, not a sponsor, sent me a ton of chocolate. I can open a bakery. I actually, in fact, thought of like start baking things for sale. So because I'm going to use chocolate chips, I have different strengths. I have 48, 55, and oh, but this is the, this is good. This is made with coconut sugar, 72. I think I'm going to use what I have already opened, which is the 55, I think. I put it in a little jar, but I like my Guitar chocolate. These chocolate chips are the best. The other day I melt them in the oven and a piece of bread with butter because I wanted something sweet. All right, this can go to the fridge. This can go to the fridge. So let's talk about organizing my table right now. This is used. I gotta measure the flour. I haven't forgotten. Clean as you go, guys. The banana amount for this recipe, it's usually, I think it's 2 cups. If you weren't here before, yeah, it's about about 1 cup of mashed bananas. Like I like to use them frozen. So I'm gonna take them out of here and put them in a bowl so I can mash them with a fork. And it's like you eyeball it. If I had fresh bananas, I like to put bananas on the top, which is more or less 2 bananas. These are cut in smaller pieces. I don't know why. I think I broke them because I didn't have a bigger bag. So I have to still measure the flour and the sugar, and then we're done. I'm going to put this in my freezer. and the stuff on the fridge. So welcome if you just got here. This is me planning to make something 5 hours ago and finally accomplishing it. By my fridge right here, let's see if I can move this. If I move it, then I have to move it back. Nah, stay there. I'm right here. You guys can talk to each other. I'm just putting away the stuff that goes on the fridge, so it's less cleaning, and also my butter can get softened. So I'm making banana bread with my special tweak. My secret, which is not a secret anymore, I use yogurt, and instead of putting regular sugar, I use panela. These eggs are kind of small. Let's hope for the best. All right, let's measure the sugar. I think it's 2/3 of a cup. So I'm gonna make it into a separate bowl. There you go. Because you mix all the dry and then all the wet. And in my imaginary world, I feel like stand mixers should come with 2 bowls, because you usually start doing something in one bowl and then you have to add another bowl, and I think it's kind of silly. Sugar. I'm using panela. This is panela. Panela is sugar, regular cane sugar that doesn't go through the process of being bleached, and it doesn't get, this is the clay thing that you wet so it doesn't get hard, and it doesn't get bleach, I said, and it retains the, oh, what did it say? I said it before, I forgot the word, the molasses. So it has this kind of like deep flavor. And here's my recipe that I wrote a long time ago. It's written in Spanish, so I'm translating it in my head. Sugar, I need 2/3 of a cup. So again, I'm gonna use the 1/3 cup. Let's do it on the bowl. And I go like this. You fill it up to the top. Don't press it. I know it looks like brown sugar. Don't use brown sugar. I did use brown sugar for this recipe once. And you know, sugar turns into water. So it came moist, but something was missing on the bread. So it's 1/3 cup. It looks like a lot of sugar, but it's not. And it's a little bit of sugar. It won't kill you. Only 4 people. I went to Instagram and announced this in case anybody was following my stories, because I've been talking about the banana bread like all day. Okay, there, 2/3 of a cup. Sugar out. When I go silent, people leave. Could be here singing a song for you. I do sing terribly, or at least that's what they told me growing up, so they traumatized me. I was not allowed to sing. All right, so this is 1 1/3 cup of flour. Again, I have flour in a jar from the other brand, but my friends at Bob's Red Mill sent me a lot of flour, so I'm using this one. When I use the same spoon, I'm gonna just wipe it a little bit. Or you can use a smaller scoop to fill up the big scoop, and then you're gonna even it out. Ideally, if you have a bench scraper or a spatula handy, I have it. Just don't wanna dirty one more thing. I usually use the back of a spoon, but let's be professional, Gaby. All right, offset. So 1 cup and 1/3. So I'm gonna do it here. I'm not pressing the flour. You can, if a recipe says sift flour and you don't have a sifter, you can put it in a bowl and whisk it. And basically sifting, what it does is introduce air into it. So same shit. Sorry. Oh yeah, I forgot, I'm not on TikTok, because if I say that on TikTok, they bleep me and they cancel me. Terrible. And then one time I was watching TikTok and I saw a lady getting wax. No kidding. All right, 1 1/3. Where's my 3rd cup? Where's my 3rd cup? What did I do? What did I do with that? Okay. Ugh, I moved it. It's here. No. Guys, nobody move. Oh, laugh at me. I'm using it. All right, 1/3 cup. I'm gonna fill it up here. I'm being completely lazy and I love it because this is gonna be alive and it's gonna live here. I should put this in a jar. It will make my life super easy, not the mess that I'm making right now. But so be it. All right, so this is the 1/3 cup. I'm gonna go like this. 1 1/3 cup. All right. Maybe I'll transfer this to a jar now. So you see, sometimes you want to shortcut something and you end up making more mess than if you actually use bowls. But I don't have any bowls here, the metal ones. They are being used in my fridge. With one is holding chicken and the other one is holding, I think, butcher's food. I need to get more metal bowls. All right, good. We got it. We got the flour, Houston. We got the flour, and I think, love the setup. I need some Shelby. Oh, this, oh my God. And everybody who knows me knows that if it was possible, my whole house will be made of these metal things. I also have a metal table right here. I freaking love it. I'm gonna get a whisk just to mix this. So, we need to do the sugar first. You see, this is why I hate it, because now I need to put this in the second bowl. I'm a little rusty here. What's going on? All right, the first thing you do is the butter with the sugar. Y lo hacemos pomada. All right, butter, 5 tablespoons. Sugar. ¿Qué pasa, Pucho? I don't know what happened. You know what? He ate a lot today. And that's what happens when you eat a lot. Baby. So butter and sugar. I'm going to put it in the stand mixer that I have right here. I'm going to lock it. Did I plug it? Yes. I'm going to start slow. Better work. Can you guys hear me? It has to remain like sand, but in this case it's gonna be looking darker because this is darker sugar. Yeah, you can hear me? Perfect. All right, so now in the dry stuff, I'm gonna add the baking powder, the baking soda, and the salt. I use my little whisk. The eggs on the recipe, and I wrote it here, it says lightly beaten. I never do. But if you want, you can lightly beaten your eggs. All right, I'm gonna take this to the sink. This is for the bananas. This is dirty. And there goes all the dishes I just made. There you go. I need to take the knife. I don't need the spatula. I might not need the whisk. This is getting there. I haven't used like rubber spatulas in a minute. In purpose, I hide them. They're all hiding in here. But I'm gonna have to take one. Because once in a blue moon, I go bananas for things in my kitchen. And I debate myself if I do need them or not. I'm gonna stop this now. The butter is still too cold, so it's not mixing well. I might need to put it faster so you guys are gonna hear the noise in the background. I'm very sorry, my apologies for that, but this is what happens in a kitchen. It gets loud. Okay, lock. I'm gonna put it, there you go. Woo! Mama. Love it. I can prepare this with the leftover butter that I have because it's still out. Again, if your mold has this shape, it's easier to take it out. If it's flat, it's when people put that parchment paper in the middle and it looks like ridiculous, but it's there for a reason. So let me get that extra piece of butter I had. This is one of my favorite things to do. My grandma did allow us to do it. Right, let's see. It's getting there. This sugar is thicker. It's looking crazy. Let me see. Let me open and get let me get the spatulita. All right, maybe I say this in Spanish. Estoy haciendo banana bread con una receta que escribí hace mucho. que es una receta inspirada de un libro y que tiene un par de tweaks míos que los hice yo de tantas veces que hice este banana bread. Tengo unos amigos que siempre me dicen que es Jersey City famous banana bread. Because I used to sell it. Back when I was selling empanadas, I used to also sell banana bread. And the recipe calls for nuts originally, but over the years I changed that to chocolate chips, which is 10 times better. I wonder if something is happening outside because the dogs just jump. Oh boy. Here we go again. All right. Pucho, ¿qué pasa, amore mío? Well, there is a car honking. He ate a lot. It was my bad. He ate a lot of the meat from the bone broth, and I think that kind of didn't sit right with him. If you have an old dog, I hope you sympathize. What's going on outside in my house? Can you hear that? Nice. All right. So I'm going to put butter in the mold. Bebe, ¿qué pasa? I may need to stop this again, guys. Hate to say it. He might want to go out again. I don't know. He went out 2 hours ago. My grandma used to give us little pieces of butter to do this with our fingers. I mean, if you don't want to touch it with your fingers, you can, let's get in there. You can break a little bit of the paper of the butter and go at it like that. But I mean, come on, it's butter. What's not to like? All right, this is good. Yay! All right. Ooh, it looks super interesting. It looks like nuts because it's the panela sugar with the butter. Pucho, you want to go out? I think my dog wants to go out. All right. Life with an old dog. It's strange, but maybe he needs the puppy. Bebo. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to stop this. Come back later. Yay. Okay, let me clean my hands. Ay, 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 ay.